Hey Mud family. Last time I was here in Bourbon, Missouri, I was way out in the boonies at the little shop where my buddy Sky and his dad were building rocket heaters, the Liberator rocket heater. Little tiny shop. Wasn't your first shop though, was it?
No, it wasn't. My first shop was in St. Louis. It was between my dad and I, and we were operating out of a little one-car garage in the suburbs of St. Louis. And then we moved out to the second shop, which is the shop you toured last time. And that was an 1,800 square foot pole barn. And since then we've stepped up a little bit.
This is a little bit bigger. How big is this now?
This is just shy of 30,000 square feet.
Wow, right in the middle of Bourbon too, so you can get a decent ice cream cone when you want, right?
Yeah.
Right over there, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, well you're gonna need one this summer. It's gonna get warm.
It's already got hot.
So this right here, oh, this building has a history. Oh, look at that.
So this building was constructed in 1955. It was a community effort of the city of Bourbon. And so all the big major influencers of the town got together in 1955 because at the time manufacturing was a booming industry. And they said, we want to support manufacturing in our town to promote economic growth. And so they built this building and then they sold it to Proctor Products, who turned it into a shoe manufacturing company. It's not something you see in America today, but then so that operated for about 45 years as a shoe manufacturing company, Proctor Products. And then it was handed off to various different developers, and then it was acquired by Ocean Recycling, who ran it for about 10 to 15 years, and then they went defunct about 10 to 15 years ago, and now it's a wood stove and pellet stove and rocket stove manufacturing hub.
So you're recycling a building.
Yes,
this
we
is
are
great.
Repurposing an old building. This is the old Proctor building, and no longer is it a shoe company, no longer is it a recycling company that would smash plastics and papers into bales. Now we use it to manufacture rocket stoves.
Yeah, that Liberator rocket stove that we've seen in my videos that warms my house very nicely. You're finally gonna be able to catch up with demand maybe, huh?
We'll see. Despite growing at a rate that many people with more business acumen than I would say is unsafely fast, we have still been unable to keep up with rising demand. So we are trying our very best to keep up with demand, but...
And if you're wondering, if you're waiting for your Liberator, really, they're here. Look, you see those? Those are shipping out. Yeah.
Every box over there is full of a pellet hopper ready to go.
Ready to go, and there's our top lids. Yeah, some of you people wanted to see what it looked like inside of that top lid, and I didn't want to take the top off of mine again. But look at that. That's the inside. This heavy. What gauge is this?
That's quarter inch.
Quarter inch steel for the top. Yeah. Wow, this is plenty of room to move with, huh? To get stuff going. And the machines for, oh, do I see risers and...
Yeah, those are risers and fuel feed tubes, yes.
Fuel feed tubes?
Those are welded together to form J-tubes.
Yeah, so we got...
Yeah, burn grates over here.
These are stainless steel burn grate for the wood pellet feeder.
Well, I can't
There we go, yeah. Oh, that's that design that doesn't melt out.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah. And then these are the steel tubes that surround the ceramic insulation, and he's getting all those ready to weld. But you said the future is over here. Yeah. This baby.
So this is an Amada Astro 100 CNC press brake. It can bend up to quarter-inch metal, a quarter-inch plate steel, and so this will allow us to greatly optimize the process. And this also makes development of future products possible.
So you can make things in sizes other than the tubing.
Yes, and it's a lot more economical than the tubing. The tubing it's a lot of money for its weight.
Yeah.
Whereas sheets and plates are a lot more economical.
And this will allow you to make lots of different things, though,
Yes.
when you get this running again.
Yes, we
So-
have a bunch of products that we're intending and have been designed specifically with this capability in mind. I can't disclose what those products are, but they are very cool and exciting.
But these machines that people just kind of just throw away or recycle and melt down.
Yeah, most of these machines here, like for example, the Sprout and Sharp screw machine, we've been buying our bowl knobs from a supplier, and those bowl knobs cost, $3 to $4 each, and we could produce our own knobs that will be more ergonomical than the bowl knobs for a price of less than $1 each using this old screw machine. And we bought this basically for the weight of the metal, and so we saved it from the scrapyard. This machine was built in 1942.
It's a 1942 screw machine that will allow them to make their own knobs for the rocket heaters rather than having to buy them. And that makes a big difference. But just having the space to be able to stage everything. Got to make a huge difference.
It allows us to keep inventory. It allows us to work on batches, not of 12, but we can run sets of 24 to 48 if we want to. We can have our inventory not just for completed heaters, we can have parts inventory. We can have, it makes things so much easier and smoother.
Yeah, and you got actual welding space without having to fry other people's eyeballs.
And we have enough electricity that we can run the plasma cutter at the same time we will run the welder.
Oh, luxury! Right. Running the plasma cutter and the welder at the same time.
Right.
Is that a CNC plasma machine?
CNC plasma
Oh. And I was lusting after the 4-foot one.
No, this is a 4-foot by 8-foot.
Yeah, look at that plasma cutter.
So we can put full sheets on here, and this one has a water table so it doesn't smoke up the place.
Right. Look at this. You can turn one sheet of steel into all these parts.
Yep.
With the plasma cutter. No sharp edge. I love that. This is like those little models. Remember the plastic, the sprue on the edge of plastic models from when you're a kid?
Right.
Yeah, this is all the leftover there. I have a friend who makes art out of these pieces. But
he's more than welcome to have them.
All right, you hear that? He also builds rocket heaters out of rocket parts out in California.
Really?
Yeah, they're sculptural, they're beautiful, and prohibitively expensive compared to something like this.
Well, you pay for good art.
Yeah, yep. Everybody should pay for good art. Especially functional art. This is pretty artistic. Look at this.
So these are the cylinders. These right here are the actual groove that we put in the sealing gasket.
Yeah.
So fiberglass rope seal. We put in a bead of glue all the way around and we push in the rope gasket. That way you get a decent seal, and then we have this extra lip here. And this lip over here does a couple of things. It allows us to more easily weld this grooving band on. And the other thing too is ash will accumulate on this lip right here and form a secondary seal, so it's double sealed in that sense.
Nice. Yeah, and then a little ash buildup will help seal that more.
Yes.
Perfect.
I can't take credit. That was Paul Wheaton's idea.
Yeah, that was Paul Wheaton's idea. Hear that, Paul? You got credit for your idea. All right.
That's Tucker. He's our most important welder.
Making a video of the new digs here. Look at that welding job.
Tucker's a better welder than me, and I have no shame in admitting that.
That's the best thing, is you hire somebody better than you.
Yeah, we can do it long enough.
Yeah. You're signing each one of these, right, Tucker?
Should I start?
You should start signing them.
You know,
It's like,
Every
one of
one
those,
would be custom to stamp it.
get one of those paint pens. Put your signature right on that
sign the inside of it. There you go. This is art.
Maybe I can do some rare ones. I'll just sign a couple and not tell anyone. And then
The deluxe.
maybe it'll be worth something.
It's the deluxe version. There you go. The deluxe.
I like that idea.
Yeah. So here's one that's been put
This one's
together,
ready to get painted.
ready to get painted. We got the primer inside, ceramic primer.
This is ceramic coating. So the boards the sheets that we get aren't quite long enough to come all the way to the top, which is unfortunate. I wish they were, but they're not. So, and I'm not going to glue them four little pieces. So we put on this ceramic coating right here, and this protects it from the heat. The good thing is, by the time the heat gets up to here, this ceramic coating is more than durable enough to hold
Yeah,
the
it's
heat.
cooled down quite a bit by the time it gets up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if this does burn out, it's not going to burn out below the insulation.
Nope,
You're still gonna
you're
be
fine, yeah. But that's what it looks like, all set up, ready to paint.
Yep.
Ready to get the back in there.
Yep.
Someday, I hope to see you having the spin. You can put the exit wherever you want.
So we're actually kind of restricted by UL in that sense, but on the future products that we're developing, that is an option.
Oh, here we go. Look, this is his work so far. Getting those rocket heater cores together. All the parts here, still doing work, trying to get. What is that monster?
That's a trash compactor. So this thing came with the building, and it goes about 30 feet underneath the foundation.
Wow, trash compactor.
So maybe someday we'll get that going again, but they came with the building, and I'm not sure.
Not a priority right now, huh? Ah, kiln here. All right.
This is a blonde turbo shift lathe. This one we got hooked up and running. This one we got to run wiring to.
The LeBlond lathes for making these parts here.
Yes. So we used to make these on the Bridgeport milling machine. And
Oh gosh, this is so much faster.
It took a long time with the boring bar, but with the lathe, we could just hook it up, we push it through, and it just goes.
Zip.
Yeah. It's
There you
so
go.
much faster.
Yeah. So these old tools are just so much faster to work with than the kind of multi-tool that you were working with before.
Yeah, before we were doing everything on this little Bridgeport.
Oh my, oh my.
Now we have 2 more milling machines. This one we still got to run wiring to. That's the CNC. We've been training Bubba over there on how to program the CNC mill. But there you can see the CNC milling machine in action.
So we got the CNC mill machine here.
It's an easy track react, so it's not like a big hop or anything, but it's the mill. This is the CNC mill we got.
Yep.
So,
But so much more accurate and.
It's not more accurate, but it is easier and faster.
Okay.
And credit to Bubba for programming it. He learned, so this thing's still running Windows DOS. It's running DOS.
Running DOS. Yeah. Yeah, but that's great. Where else are you gonna get a CNC programmer named Bubba?
No.
That's awesome.
Justin's over there sandblasting.
There's a sandblasting machine there.
And over here's our painting station.
Oh, here we go to the painting station. Oh, look at that shiny paint job. Hey, Dad. How's it going? Hell of a lot better than your garage, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Still got a long way to go, though.
Long way to go, but look at this. Got a paint station there and plenty of room for more of them. Oh man, those look so nice and shiny.
Yeah, I told over there was a high temperature clear coat. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't even done and what they're awesome looking. They're still good looking when they dry, but it's like when they gloss, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, that gloss is great. Yeah. Well, we sure enjoy our rocket, our Liberator.
Yeah.
I was telling Sky, it's in Cleveland, our double wide was $1,000 some months for propane, and this is 15 years ago. And now $100 a year for flooring scraps from the mill down the street.
Yeah. Were you able to get the new fiberboard put in?
Yes, we did, and then he
I know it's
proceeded.
not easy, but-
He proceeded to break it again immediately by ramming a stick in. So I need to get another piece for the front at some point.
You know what, while you're here.
Yeah, while you're here.
Yeah, I love it how easily it replaces there.
Yeah,
It's
for that front
Yeah.
The top part, you don't want to leave it hang out. You want to leave just a
No,
little
no.
tiny gap.
He broke this one again.
Oh, that
so
one.
I'll grab a couple of those just in case he does. But, yep. Yeah, these look so nice. It's lovely to see a row of them. Because I've always just got the one. I'm setting up the baby one you made for me in my workshop.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, here's another row ready to paint.
Yeah, I think 30 of them in the road before we created them and shit some.
Yeah. So all you people who don't believe you're getting your rocket heater in time, look, they're coming. Really, they're coming.
We're trying. It's hard.
They're trying. There's a lot of work.
We sold a lot more last year than we anticipated, so.
Lot of rocket heaters going out.
We got about 20 something out there ready to go still.
Yeah. Well, this is so cool. So great to see it. Oh, and more space over here for building the pallets to ship them and bringing in materials.
Yep.
Good old-fashioned modern light
Those are
from the sun.
Yeah.
From the sun.
Skylights are amazing. These weren't, with LEDs, these are going out of favor now. They're considered obsolete, but I like the natural light.
The natural light does something
It's a
for
lot
you.
brighter than even LEDs.
Well, until you can afford to fill that with cellulose, why bother?
Well, even if I do fill it with cellulose, what I was actually going to do is, so the long-term plan, because the roof has a lot of leaks on this place, I was going to get a tops, so you could spray from the inside, but they also make a closed cell foam to
For
foam
the
top
outside.
of the roof,
Yeah.
which seals it. So that's what we're going to do.
Excellent. Excellent. More machines to rebuild.
Yeah, that's a radial drill. We got to hook this radial drill up, and the cylindrical grinder is basically ready to go, but we got to make a tailstock for it. It didn't come with a tailstock, so we're going to try to save this one from the scrapyard. But we bought this cylindrical grinder for $100.
If only you knew somebody who could mill a tailstock.
Right.
If
we
only
had
somebody in town
tools or
had the
something.
capability for machinery and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe in the old Proctor building.
Maybe in the old Proctor.
Oh, wow. Well, very exciting stuff, Sky.
Yes.
Yeah. But first, most important, well, vacation time, right?
Perhaps so. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. You wish, huh?
Right now, until we get all of our customers' orders fulfilled, I can't do any vacations.
Well, they're coming along, aren't they?
They are. Yes.
As long as you remember how to fish when you're done, right?
Maybe so.
Maybe so. Well, this is really, really amazing. 30,000 square feet.
Just shy. Yeah.
Yeah. And just needs some love.
Yeah.
Definitely
the
needs some
insulation
love.
needs to be replaced.
But you're saving a building.
We
And
are.
this is an important part of town that hasn't gotten love in a while.
Been a long while.
We got here, this whole wall.
We had to redo
We
this
thought we
entire
had
wall.
replaced it all. We placed the bottom 3 to 4 feet
Right?
of the entire thing. All the bottom plate we replaced, a big part of the top plate. A few of the studs, probably 5 or 6 had full studs. That wall there was gone. It was
We had to
literally just hanging. It was
completely
full of
frame
roof
out a whole new wall. We had to frame out the break room, which isn't
Oh.
done yet.
So people were just pulling walls out without paying attention to the
No, it rotted
framing.
out.
Rotted out. Ooh.
And then with
Ooh.
termites.
Treated it with termite.
Right.
That beam right there, these are going, one of these 2x6s is hold from that beam there to over here. One 2x6 is holding here, the rest are broken out. That big one,
Oh.
pushed over about 3 feet and hanging. This here they cut out the same width as now, but they had a header that was only 8 feet, not 10 feet. It was actually hanging, pulling down. So the header, there's nothing holding it. So it was crazy the shape of this place. The roof
Yeah.
leaked. There was the skylights, I think there was 40-something skylights. Several of them had big holes, up to 8-9 inch holes in them.
Yeah,
We
like somebody
replaced
dropped a
almost all the
bowling ball
skylights.
through it.
All that we could.
I would wonder how they would get up there to drop a bowling ball in.
But the
They were
skylights
just
were
so
gone.
old and dilapidated.
Yep,
Those kids
yep.
were blocks and stuff, but it was crazy bad.
And the whole floor was covered in like an inch of trash everywhere.
You had a permanent leak that was ongoing out here that one place was somewhat flooded. I mean, it was crazy bad shape.
But
It's
now,
still not in great shape, but it's
But it's usable.
It's still got a few leaks here and there in the ceiling.
Oh, well, I'm very excited to see how it goes forward.
Me too.
Liberator rocket heater. What's the new website?
Rocketheater.com.
Rocketheater.com. And catching up with last year's shipments, and then getting ready to be able to have something to send out in the fall.
Yeah. We hopefully will have everything, all the orders from last year and this year shipped out, and we'll go into autumn with a blank slate.
That'll be great. That'll be great. Well, we sure have enjoyed ours. UncleMud.com for more fun.